Captain Underpants, the first epic movie, is the first epic movie of Captain Underpants. The title of the movie basically explains itself. And in this first epic movie, two young creative best friends, Harold and George, create comic books together, and their most successful one is a superhero named Captain Underpants. And one day their evil principal threatens to split them up, so they use a plastic ring to hypnotize him and turn him into Captain Underpants himself. And while all this is happening, a new evil science teacher gets hired, and basically Captain Underpants has to stop his evil plan. I was super excited going into this movie because I've been reading the Captain Underpants books since I was like 9, 10 years old, something like that. I actually have one of them in back of me still. But a part of me was also very careful going into this movie because we don't want another Smurfs movie on our hand. Ugh. And I'm happy to say that this movie was a total blast from beginning to end. It's funny, it's fast-paced, and it's very faithful to the books, which that was something I was a little scared of going into the movie, is that how faithful will it be to the books? And it was very faithful. It did a really good job recreating what the books did. Right off the bat, every performance in this movie I thought was handled very well. The two kids, Harold and George, voiced by Kevin Hart and Tom Middleditch, I think his name is, they both did a fantastic job. And Ed Helms, as the voice of Captain Underpants, that was something I was a little worried about going in, because I'm not quite sure where I stand with Ed Helms. He's funny, I just didn't know how well he would do in this movie. And even he did a great job. It just shows that that whole Vacation movie he did a couple years ago, that was just a really big miss for him. I was also worried that this movie might just be another mindless kids movie like the Minions, because it's about a superhero who wears underwear. You know, there's a lot of fart and poop jokes thrown out. But honestly, this movie is a little more than that. It's got actually a great definition of friendship in the movie, which I wasn't expecting that at all, so that gets a big plus for me. I honestly had a hard time finding an issue with this movie. The only really things I can find was that there were a few jokes that didn't really land, you know, they were said and didn't really get much of a chuckle out of me. And also some of the animation was just a little off, and that's really it. That's on the verge of like nitpicking at this point, but that's what I'm here to do. If I see something, I'm gonna mention it, you know, that's why I'm reviewing movies and stuff like that. Nevertheless, this movie is completely fun. It was, like I said, it was entertaining from beginning to end, and I honestly think any age group can enjoy this movie. If you're an adult with a kid, and the adult will probably love this movie. I'm 22 years old, and I really enjoyed this movie. Captain Underpants gets 4.5 stars from me. Please go check out this movie. This movie really isn't getting the credit it deserves because it opened the same weekend as Wonder Woman. And Wonder Woman made a big deal because it was the first great DC movie. But a lot of people were kind of forgetting about Captain Underpants, and I really think it's worth it because, like I said, it's very entertaining. And can I also just say that the theme song for this movie was written and performed by Weird Al Yankovic? That's probably the greatest combination of anything I've ever seen in my life. The video's on YouTube if you want to go check it out. It's actually a pretty good song. I was listening to it on my way to work, and so if you've guys seen Captain Underpants, let me know in the comments what you thought of the movie. And are you hoping for this movie to become a franchise? Because for me personally, I would love to see the books get turned into movies. This whole big Captain Underpants franchise, I'd love to see it. But that's just me. And as always, thank you so much for watching. Look forward to this weekend for my review of The Mummy. I'm excited to bring that to you guys. If you like this video, then hit the like button. If you're not subscribed, then click right here. And I'll see you guys next time.